All right, let's talk about something truly out there. Ever get that feeling that there's way more going on with our tech than we're being told? Well, today we are diving deep into the absolutely mind-bending theory of Sabrina Wallace. She's a former network engineer, and her claim is, well, it's startling. She says that our bodies, yep, our actual physical bodies, are part of a massive, hidden wireless network. This is a wild one, folks. Connecting biology, high tech, and a system of control that honestly sounds like something straight out of science fiction.
So, it all boils down to this one really unsettling question. Are you wireless? And I don't mean your phone or your laptop, I mean you, the person listening right now. The core idea here is that your body is itself a device on a network, just as accessible as anything else connected to the internet. Think about that for a second. It's a concept that's meant to completely flip how we think about, well, ourselves.
And right from the get-go, the stakes are just incredibly high. Wallace points to something she apparently found in a college textbook, a phrase that just jumps off the page, a lethal autonomous weapons system statement. Now, her interpretation of this is that it's flat-out evidence of a technology that can target a specific person just through a signal. You can see how this one idea just blows the doors wide open to a world where our biology and our technology are merged in some seriously shocking ways. Okay, so let's break this down. First up, that provocative question. We're really setting the stage for what is an absolutely extraordinary claim. The foundation of this entire theory is that the human body is a wireless network. And, this is the important part, the truth about it is being deliberately hidden from every single one of us. So how could this even be possible, right? That's the big question. Well, this is where it gets really interesting. The theory tries to build its case by taking concepts you might be familiar with, maybe from a spiritual context, and reinterpreting them through the super specific lens of electrical engineering. And it's not just vague ideas. The theory gets really specific, pointing to actual real-world technical standards. Take this one, IEEE 802.15.4. Now, if you're a tech person, you know this as the standard for low-power networks. Stuff like Bluetooth or Zigbee. But in this theory, oh no, it's repurposed to describe something completely different. A system of permanent biosensors inside the human body. And this slide right here, this is the core translation at the heart of the whole thing. It's about bridging these two worlds. So you see on the left, you have concepts like chakras. Well, according to this theory, that's just a misunderstanding of electrical field theory. The human aura? No, that's the human biofield. And get this, even something as out there as etheric parasites gets a technical name, fixed magnet biosensors. It's a complete, systematic replacement of spiritual language with engineering terms. So, following that logic, the human biofield isn't just some new age idea. No, it's a measurable, physical field generated by our very own DNA. It's even described as the oldest form of human telemetry on the planet. Think about that. A biological broadcast of our data. A broadcast that can be read and maybe even rewritten. All right, so if a system this huge, this all-encompassing, actually exists, you have to ask, right? Why hasn't anybody heard of it? I mean, how do you keep that a secret? Well, the theory has an answer for that. It's supposedly hidden by a very deliberate, very complex, multi-layered system of deception. This system is called the Four Circles of Hell. And the idea here is that all these things we think of as separate, unsolved mysteries, UFO sightings, psychic abilities, cryptid encounters, people who just vanish, they're not separate at all. They're all connected. According to this theory, they're all just distractions. They're designed to keep people siloed, focused on their one little piece of the puzzle, so that no one ever looks up and sees the single technological truth that supposedly connects them all: wireless control. And this quote from Wallace, it just sums the whole idea up perfectly. It is my theory that you were at one point stuck in the four circles of hell that never came together because nobody could figure out the connection. See? The idea is that we all get stuck in our one little circle. Maybe you're into UFOs, maybe someone else is into ghosts, but we never realize that we're all just looking at different parts of the very same elephant, different faces of the same control system. Okay, so if this system is real, what does it actually mean for us? What are the consequences? Well, this is where it gets pretty dark. The theory points to some absolutely devastating impacts on human health, and it doesn't hesitate to name the kinds of players it claims are behind it all. Yeah, the theory draws a direct line between a whole host of modern health problems and something it calls wireless tissue engineering. It claims that things like fibromyalgia, which it disturbingly calls fake pain, autoimmune disorders, pseudo-seizures, even sudden adult death syndrome, that these aren't natural diseases. No,
They're engineered outcomes, products of this hidden technology.
And the scale of this whole thing is just staggering. The theory claims there are at least 10 different layers of what it calls compression waves, all targeting the human body, run by this massive web of international agencies and corporations. I mean, we're not talking about some small rogue operation here. This is a picture of total systemic global control.
And all of this, it leads to the theory's single most stunning conclusion. It's not just that you have a device that's on the network, it's that you are the network. The technical term they use for this is the Body Area Network, and Wallace connects it to another real standard, IEEE 802.15.6. So in this model, data isn't just being sent to you, it's being routed through you, through your muscle, through your bone. Each person becomes a node. And the craziest part, what powers it? Well, it's supposedly powered by our own bodies. The energy we generate just by moving around. That's a real principle called piezoelectricity.
So where is all of this headed? What's the ultimate endgame? Well, the theory doesn't just leave it at speculation. It lays out a very specific and, frankly, very urgent timeline. It's predicting a full-blown technological singularity, not decades from now, but in the next handful of years. And look at this predicted timeline. It is shockingly immediate. For 2024, the prediction is that those who aren't playing along are hunted down. Then, 2025 to 2026, the first technological singularity happens. 2027, airships arrive, whatever that means, and by 2030, a complete changeover. This isn't being presented as some far-off sci-fi story. It's laid out like a schedule of events that's already in motion.
And finally, what is this all for? In the end, the theory claims this isn't just about data, or technology, or control. It's framed as something that goes way beyond our physical reality. It's an interdimensional war. And we, all of humanity, are caught right in the middle of it.
Which of course leaves us with the one single question that this entire theory really revolves around. It's a question that reframes everything we think we know about ourselves and technology. Just think about it. If the human body really is a network, who has the password?